Hey guys! How are you doing on this lovely day? Don't you just love this fall weather? Because I am living for it. Or autumn, I don't know what you call it. I call it fall. I know some people call it autumn, but I've always called it fall. I don't know if it's a North Carolinian thing or just a southern thing, or I don't know. I just wish that it was fall all year round because I love the beautiful trees, the scenery, it's sweater weather, get to have bonfires, bundle up in a bunch of blankets, wear flannel. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but you guys get it. It's the best season of the year. Oh my god, just the vibe of fall. It's amazing. It's perfect. Anyways, it is October, and to celebrate the Halloween season, I just want my videos in October to be like, have a spooky vibe and just be based all around fall, just because I love fall. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you my Ouija board experience. So I was in the theater class at my old school, and we ended up traveling to a competition that was on the other side of my state. And we ended up staying in a hotel because this was a 2-day competition, you know, no point in coming back home, might as well just stay the night. So when we got to the hotel, I ended up sharing the room with 2 other girls, and next door to us, our neighbors were a group of girls that was also going to be competing in the competition. It was just a totally another school though. So you get me? You're on track with me? I'm not the best storyteller, guys. Anyways, they invited the girls in my room over to them to hang out and whatever, just chill. I mean, sure, we're in a competition together, but like, why can't we just be friends? Why not? And I thought it was a great idea. And the other 2 girls were like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's just hang out, you know, whatever. We were like, yeah, totally. It's not like you're gonna make us summon demons in the next 5 minutes. Oh. Literally, as soon as we got to their room, one of the girls from the other theater class was pulling out a Ouija board out of her backpack. Now, I have always been a person that has always wanted to play with an Ouija board. I have always thought that it would be fun. I just thought it would be a good experience. I don't know. I've seen so many videos, and I know that there have been a lot of bad experiences, but, you know, YOLO. So this group of strangers asked us if we wanted to play the Ouija board with them. And we agreed. Yeah, playing the Ouija board with strangers does not sound like a terrible idea at all. Great job, Nicole. Good idea. You're great. You're smart. I don't know what I was thinking. As soon as my fingers touched the planchette, which the planchette is, I'll show you a picture right here, but it's basically the triangle thing, Illuminati, no, I'm kidding guys. It's a triangle thing that you use to communicate with the demons. Like, it's the thing that basically spells everything in. So my fingers are on the planchette. No joke, as soon as my fingers got on the planchette, it felt like the temperature started to drop. Like, I am not overreacting. It could have been a mind thing. I'm not sure. That's just how I felt, and it was weird. Sorry guys, one of my lights went out, so if it's a little bit darker right now. How convenient is it that one of my lights went out as I'm doing this video? Okay, continuing this story. So we were all playing with the Ouija board and just talking to different spirits, and there was this one spirit that we were talking to, and it said that it was an evil spirit, but that it wasn't going to hurt us, so I hope it was telling the truth. 2 years later, it's gonna backfire me, you know? He did say that he did take his life by jumping out one of the windows from the hotel. And I really hope that it was not the room that we were currently in or the room that my theater group was staying in, because if it was, then that would just give me bad vibes all around. I don't want that. I don't need that in my life. After a while of talking to the spirit, the planchette started to go around in circles, and one of the girls from the other theater class was like, you know, this is a bad sign. We need to take it to goodbye just because this is not a good thing. As soon as we took it to goodbye, I kid you not, a breath of air came out of me. Like, it's so hard to explain, but there was a weight in my chest, and it was released when we took the planchette to goodbye. It was the most weirdest, strongest feeling I've ever had in my body. That's a weird thing to say. But on a serious note, it felt like something was pulled out of me. It was a really weird feeling. I've never felt this before, only this one time. What was weird about this is that a girl from the other theater class, she was sitting right next to me. She had the same exact feeling, and only with this particular spirit. It's weird. I don't know why my lights are flickering. Now, I am far from done with this story. It's not over, guys. The other group asked our group if we wanted to contact anybody that we knew who was dead. Just somebody that was dead that we would like to communicate with. Just like Katniss Everdeen, I volunteered instantly because why not? I had to. I really wanted to, guys. That was probably not a good idea either. But you know, I'm already playing the Ouija board with a bunch of strangers. Why not? Who cares? I'm already doing stupid stuff, might as well. So when I volunteered, they told me to keep my mind on one person that I want to talk to and only focus on them. Do not think about anything else, just this one specific person. And the one person that I was thinking about was my pawpaw. He was my mother's father. He passed away, it's been a really long time, probably since I was like 12 or 13. And when he was alive, as he aged, he got to where he could not talk well or hear well, and he couldn't walk, or he was just a person that could not do much as he started to get older. I only have a few memories of when he could talk when I was really little. Like, I was tiny. Around the time I was 8, it started to really start to sink. But I do have lots of memories of like hanging out up at my Nana's house and seeing him around and everything. He was always around, but he was definitely bedridden. He would stay in bed all day, and it was just because he couldn't do anything. But no matter what, I still loved him. He was my grandfather. I loved him dearly. I just want to say this one more thing and then I'll get back to the story. But before he passed away, he held my hand so tight. I'm gonna start crying. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to do that. But I've never felt him hold my hand so tight. It was like he didn't want to let go, but he knew that it was about time. And I'm gonna start crying. I hope my eyes aren't watering. I don't want you guys to see my emotional side. But honestly, I would have done anything to be able to talk to him, and that's why I chose him to talk to, was just because I have always felt very connected with him growing up, but I just never really got the chance to talk to him. So that's why I decided to try to communicate with him. I did not tell anybody else who I was thinking of. I told them that I had somebody in my mind and that I was ready to start the game. So the first question that I asked was, what is your name? The first letter that the planchette went to was the letter Z. Now keep in mind, my pawpaw's name was Henry. And everyone started to freak out. Everyone was like, you know, this is a bad thing. They started talking about this Ouija board demon named Zozo. So they were like, we need to take this to goodbye. And I was like, guys, just trust me and wait. Just wait. Just give me this chance, okay? And so then it started to move, and everyone was freaking out. Everyone was freaking out at this time. I was like, guys, just calm down, okay? Just wait. It went to the letter C, okay? So it had nothing to do with Zozo. We were safe, we were fine. And by the time it got to the letter C, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is my father's father. Because his name was Zeke Crawford, so the initial ZC. That's who I think it was. I'm not like 100% sure. Quick family history time. My grandfather Zeke passed away when I was 4 years old, so I literally have no memory of this guy. So I've never talked about him to anyone because I never really got to know him myself. There's nothing I can tell about him, honestly. So basically, I'm in a room full of strangers that don't even know me. And then my other two friends, they weren't close friends. So either way, nobody should know about Zeke, because I've never talked about him to anyone. I can't talk about him to anyone. There's nothing to say. Legit, the only thing that I remember from him is seeing him in his hospital bed just before he passed away. I don't know why I remember that, but that is the only thing I remember of him. That's sad to say, but that's the honest truth. I didn't even go to his funeral. I'm not sure why. It wasn't my choice not to go to his funeral. I think my mom just didn't want me to go to an event like that at the age of 4. So I kind of understand where she was coming from, not letting me go. Okay, so anyways, family history over. Sobbing over. Okay, guys? So right when I realized that it was my grandfather Zeke, I had to make sure that it was him. I just wanted to make sure it was him before tears started rolling, okay? So the next thing that I asked was, how old was I when you died? And that planchette went straight to the number 4. And right when that happened, my heart dropped. At this point, I started to get really, really emotional. I started to cry. I was crying in front of a bunch of strangers. I was freaking out. I could not believe it. I have no words, honestly. It's hard to explain. I could not believe that I was talking to my grandfather that I've never gotten the chance to talk to ever. So as soon as I realized that it was him, I asked, is there anything that you would like to tell me? And the planchette went to the letters R and M. And then after that, the planchette started to go in circles, so that's when we had to end the game. That's what they told me, so that's what we did. Now, I do not know what the letters R and M mean. I have a theory that it means remember me, because why not? But that's totally not right. It's just something I'd like to think, you know? Because I still remember him, no matter what. And the other girls told me that he might have not been a powerful spirit, and that's why he only, you know, spelled out his initials instead of his full name and whatever R and M means. So basically they were saying he could have not been a powerful spirit to say anything fully. You know, I don't know if that's true. I don't know much about Ouija boards. I used to know a lot, but I don't know much anymore. Now guys, I do not know if this was my grandfather that I was talking to, because in the end the planchette did start to move around in circles. It could have been a spirit trying to act like him, but I really hope not, because I've never really gotten the chance to talk to my grandfather. So that little bit of communication just makes my heart really happy. even though it was just for a little bit. I really hope it was him, because I can't even explain. I am also not advising for anybody to play the Ouija board. Just because I had an alright experience doesn't mean that if I ever played it again, I'd have an alright experience. Or if you ever played it, it doesn't mean that you would have a good experience or anything. Because there are different things. Different things can happen. You're messing with the spirit world. It can be a bad thing. Gosh, this whole video is a bad example to younger people. I'm sorry. I played a Ouija board with a bunch of strangers. Yep, I'm pretty sure that is what every mother would love to hear their child say. Well, that is all that I have for you guys in this video today. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and also comment down below if you've ever played a Ouija board before, or if you've ever had any spiritual encounters. I love reading stories, so just drop some comments, okay? Also subscribe down below if you would like to see more videos from moi. And also hit that bell button because YouTube is so extra. And I hope that you guys all have a lovely day, and goodbye.